Audio Jungle. Audio Jungle.
Good afternoon on the national news from Baba Bagede Imo Television. First, the headlines. TGI kicks against CBN investigation report, says Union Bank's acquisition funded with Afrexim loan orders. 37 billion naira fraud. Buhari's minister Umar Farouk breaks silence over Equity's arrest. Wike to Rivers elders, stay away from fights you know nothing about. Inspector kills sergeant after arresting cultists in Edo, flees. On sports, Guinea-Bissau, opponent of the Super Eagles at the AFCON, releases final 25-man AFCON squad instead of 27. I am Movive Rabila Lawal. The news in detail. Tropical General Investment Group, the majority owner of Titan Trust and Union Banks, has kicked against the report of the special investigation into the activities of the CBN and other related entities by the special investigator, Jim Obazee'S, pertaining to the accusation of the letter by the former. According to the final report of the special investigation submitted to President Bola Ahmed Tinubu on Wednesday, the immediate past governor of the CBN, Godwin Emefiele, was accused of using ill-gotten wealth to acquire Union Bank and Keystone Bank through proxies. Reacting to this, TGI denied any wrongdoing while lamenting that purported investigative report recommending the takeover of the banks by the federal government portrayed Nigeria negatively. The head of corporate communications, Refute Gawat, in a statement, said the $500 million capital used to pay for the transaction was transparent and unimpeachable and was managed by highly reputed global financial institutions, including Rothschild and Citibank. She added that process took years to complete. The purported investigation report recommended by the federal government should take over the banks. Such declarations, based on incorrect assumptions, portray Nigeria negatively, especially when the president is tirelessly seeking and courting foreign investment into the country. According to her, the rest of the capital was sourced from the proceeds of TGI sales of 8 Chi Limited business to Coca-Cola, all to finance the acquisition of Union Bank. A former Minister of Humanitarian Affairs, Disaster Management and Social Development, Saidia Umar Farouk, has denied knowing a contractor, James Ekwete. Information reported that Ekwete was arrested by the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission, EFCC, for allegedly laundering 37 billion naira. Umar Farouk made the rebuttal on Monday in a message posted on X, insisting she served the nation with every sense of responsibility. The former minister also made it clear she was clearly and ready to defend our actions whenever called upon to do so. There have been a number of reports linking me to purported investigation by the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission, EFCC, into the activities of one James Ekwete, someone completely unknown to me. James Ekwete neither worked for nor represented me in any way whatsoever. The linkages and associations to my person are spurious. While I resist the urge to engage in any media trial whatsoever, I have, however, contracted my legal team to explore possible options to seek redress on the malicious attack on my person. For the umpteenth time, Rivers State's Governor Siminalayi Fubara has pledged to fully implement the presidential peace agreements aimed at resolving the ongoing political crisis in the state. In a statewide broadcast Monday, the governor reaffirmed his belief that no price is too high for peace to prevail in the region. As a principal participant in the entire saga, I have taken some steps and time to study the terms therein and have come to the conclusion that the peace pact is not as bad as it is being portrayed by those genuinely opposed to it, he said. He added that the peace pact, which has elicited mixed reactions from people across the country, is not a death sentence, but a way towards lasting peace and stability in the state. According Accordingly, I beg your pardon, I reaffirm my acceptance of the Presidential Peace Proclamation and my commitment to implementing both the spirit and letters of declaration in such a way and manner that will restore political stability in our dear state without compromising the collective interests of our people and our cherished and shared democratic values. Already, both parties have demonstrated some good faith in the implementation process with the withdrawal of the purported impeachment notice on their path and the release of editorial withheld allowances of the members of the State House of Assembly by the government, he added. The governor thanked President Bola Tinubu for his intervention, highlighting that the gesture reflects his deep affection for the states. A police inspector, Jonathan Okurumi, has said to have shot dead one Sergeant Obazee'S Ahere, both of Edo State's Police Command. Learned that in the incident occurred at about 9 p.m. on Sunday in Ikwosa, Ebran Community, Ego, local government area of Edo State. Operative of the Edo State Police Anti-Kidnapping Squad and those of the Controlled Intelligence Rapid Response Squad had embarked on an operation to apprehend some suspected cultists. Correspondent learned that the suspected cultists had been terrorizing the said community in the recent times. In the course of the operation, a notorious cultist and prime suspect in cult-related activities rocking the community, who was simply identified as Reggae, was arrested by Sergeant Obazee'S Ahere. All of a sudden, Inspector Jonathan Okurumi just lifted his gun, pulled the trigger and shot Ahere from the back. Nobody knew what happened or why he did that. He just fired him from behind. The man fell immediately and started bleeding, a source claimed. According to the source, who preferred it not to be mentioned, the shot officer was rushed to the University of Benin Teaching Hospital, where he was confirmed dead by the doctor on duty. The said Inspector Okurumi was reported to have escaped with his gun the moment he realized he had shot his junior colleague to death. Also, the arrested suspected cultist Reggae also escaped, while one Mr. Agbote Monday, a member of the Ayaka fraternity, was arrested. The fleeing Inspector Okurumi is still being searched for by police in Ugbowo Division, while the body of the slain police sergeant was deposited at the mortuary as the further investigation continues, it was learned. From Edo State to Ogun, a man identified as Monday Ogbole has allegedly killed a neighbor, Murtala Jimo, during a fight in the Itele Awori area of Ogun State on Saturday. Though what led to the fight was unknown at the time of filing this report, a police source told us that the suspect killed the victim with a stick. Correspondent of learned that the Iduo, who were said to have been neighbors, engaged in a violent duel, and effort by other neighbors to separate the two yielded no result. While not facing the disease victim at the upper end, the suspect was said to have run into his compound, and the people who were trying to separate them thought they had seen the end of the duel. However, information gathered that from the source that the people were shocked and scrambled for safety when they saw the suspect with a heavy stick. Before the victim could realize that was happening, the suspect was said to have smashed the stick on the victim's head, after which he reportedly fell on his back with blood gushing out from part of his head. Shocked by the horrifying scene they just witnessed, the police source told correspondent that the victim was immediately rushed to a nearby hospital where he was said to have died midway to the Lagos University Teaching Hospital in Lagos, where he was said to have been referred. Confirming the incident, a correspondent on ground on Monday, the state's police public relations officer Odutola Omolola said the suspects have been arrested, adding that the case will be transferred to the state's criminal investigation department once the preliminary investigation was completed. Another tragic event. 2 people have been confirmed dead while 6 others were injured in an early Tuesday crash said to have occurred around 2:21 a.m. around Car Park C, turning of the Redemption City along the Lagos-Ibadan Expressway. The lone crash involving a Toyota Bolt with number plate ACA 607 XT was blamed on excessive speed, after which the Bolt lost control and crashed. The spokesperson for Ogun State Sector Command of the Federal Road Safety Corps, Florence Okwe, disclosed this in a statement made available to journalists this morning. The injured victims were said to have been taken to a nearby hospital, where the corpses of the deceased were also said to have been deposited at the morgue of the same hospital. The sector commander, FRC of the State Command, Anthony Uja, is said to be sad over the refusal of motorists to obey simple instruction and traffic rules, especially that of speed limit, which has been the cause of fatal accidents and crashes on the Lagos-Ibadan Expressway. He further advised motorists to go with stipulated speed limit and drive to stay alive. A total of 8 persons were involved, all male, although 6 were injured and 2 persons were recorded dead. The vehicle involved was with registration number ACA 607XT, a Toyota IS Bose. The suspected cause of the lone crash was excessive speed, which led to the loss of control and the vehicle eventually crashed. Finally, on sports. Bassirou Kande, the head coach of the Guinea-Bissau national football team, has officially released the final roster of 25 players selected to represent the nation at the 2023 Africa Cup of Nations next month, January, in Côte d'Ivoire. The Jutaris of Guinea-Bissau find themselves in Group A, where they will face the stage with host country Ivory Coast, Equatorial Guinea, and Nigeria. Their journey starts with a clash against the Elephant on January 13, followed by a potential winner-takes-all meeting with Equatorial Guinea on the 18th. Finally, they face Nigeria Super Eagles in the third match. For the challenger ahead, Guinea-Bissau Kande has chosen a squad of 25 players to defend the national colors in Ivory Coast. The selected lineup comprises 3 goalkeepers, 8 defenders, 7 midfielders, and 7 attackers. 2 of these players, Mama Balde and Opa Senget, are not unknown to Nigerians, as they contributed to Guinea-Bissau's surprise 1-0 win over Super Eagles in March during the AFCON qualifiers. Another midfielder, Sengate, provided a assist for Lyon, but forward Balde to score the only goal of the encounter as Nigeria stumbled to a disappointing loss at the National Stadium in Abuja. With our sports story, we've come to the end of today's national news. As the Illegalities still continue, which today is the Boxing Day, every gift given to you should be unboxed, not just the box ourselves, because it's never a fighting day. Let's have some headlines before we go. TGI kicks against CBN investigation report, says Union Bank's acquisition funded with Afrexim's loan. Others. 37 billion naira fraud. Buhari's minister Umar Farouk breaks silence over Equity's arrests. Wike to Rivers elders, stay away from fight you know nothing about. Inspector kills sergeant after arresting cultist in Edo flees. We brought to you on sports. Guinea-Bissau release final 25-man AFCON squad. For update of our broadcast on YouTube, our handle is Babambagede Imo Television. Kindly subscribe and click on the notification bell. Select option all to access all of our broadcasts. On Facebook, Bagede Imo with Alawi Adebayo. Please like and follow the page. For advert placement, if goods and services, coverage of events and function, please dial or phone number streaming on your screen. It's still the Unitard season. May it never be the last to all faithful Christians all around the world. Have a wonderful celebration as New Year is coming. May it be a prosperous one, and Nigeria shall be great again. I am Moriri Rabila Lawal.
Audio Jungle. Audio Jungle.